All right, let's keep going. So, right? The 47th President of the United States of America and the Corporation of America, really sorry, but it's not a country, Donald J. Trump. You know, now I have to address a little somebody, but, you know, they always want to treat me like I'm undereducated or I'm really disabled, but, you know, as far as I'm concerned, the title is the same, whether you could rip it out or not. I'm your parent, so, you know, that's a very institutional and professional way of saying that you do not have authority over me. You as an institution are corrupt, and you will not treat me like a child. I am not your child, and in fact, if you really want to combat against me, I will be a parent over you. I will far more than conserve, you know, Los Angeles. I'll make sure they're in contempt of court, you know, and they'll try to figure it out from there. So, whatever you want to do, America. Donald Trump, you want to support Los Angeles now? You want to support California now? Go ahead. I already know you were supporting them anyway, so I don't care. Anyway, let's keep going. You have betrayed me very interesting. You have betrayed me in a very interesting manner. That's what I meant to put. Good thing. Hey, I wonder what the teleprompter says behind the presidents. I wonder if there's like errors, so that way, like, I don't know. I don't want to get into this. You have betrayed me in a very interesting manner and dilemma, thinking you are benefiting society by placing me in a box, isolating, institutionally terrorizing, governmentally harassing me. We've already kind of showed the proof there, but there's other proof on my YouTube. With near endless evidence in, I think, colons, right? That's how undereducated I am. So, United States education system, you have no partake in this manner. UCLA especially, because you studied on me for autism for the sake of advancing pharmaceuticals so that way you could control and transition other people. So don't be talking about, you know, autonomy or rights. You know, all you were doing was trying to, you know, force transition people, sell children or their part. I don't want to get into this. I'm not getting into this, so let's keep going. And plenty of unreasonable behavior towards me, my reputation, as well as my faith. Your category of, and not only institutionally, but medically, claiming and accusing me of schizophrenia and paranoid personality disorder, yet your city and counties have not only failed miserably to keep citizens safe under your horrendous programs that you falsely advertise and maliciously mandate even far beyond said services, AI, or any interventions regarding law enforcement, especially so-called mental health care services that not only the county benefits, but the state exploits. You're going to understand why Iran doesn't want to take a deal very soon. Not by the sheer state that is America, but by the sheer corrupt and unincorporated intent of this entire city. By the way, unincorporated basically just means that it's unofficial. It's not owned by the United States. It's kind of... Have you ever noticed that if the United States or Israel doesn't take it, the United Kingdom takes it? Have you ever noticed that? That's why, you know, Jeffrey Epstein was able to pay off, or not pay off, but give financial assistance to Prince Andrew. And then the United States, even if it could be powerful, they don't have to be involved in that. So it's like, Jeffrey Epstein's already there, whether he represents America or Israel. So everybody's always saying he's a Mossad agent. I don't even know if he is or not. But would it really matter? Everybody doesn't want to give everybody else a chance, but they sure don't want to give me a chance, whether I'm Jewish or autistic. So Epstein me whenever you feel like it. Donald Trump me. Los Angeles County, whenever you feel like it. Put me in a psychiatric ward for the rest of my life, like you're going to impeach Trump. I guess if you want to do that, or whatever you Auschwitz me, please. Just go ahead and do it. So go ahead. You know, man, Hashem. But go ahead. You know? My Hebrew and also my Yiddish is like it's very sloppy, so sorry about that one. Anyway. Okay. Unincorporated intent of this entire city and California itself, with proof and many incidents that follow. I put cite, but let's fix this really quick. Citing. That's what I meant to put. Citing. Okay, citing. Now. Elon Musk right behind me, by the way. That's a Tesla, by the way. A real government employee is behind me, by the way. Well, not behind me, but you know. The other child with them, so that way they don't start complaining. That is a Tesla, by the way. Elon Musk. I don't think you have anything else to say. You could try to download me anyway. Oh, man, so funny. How are you going to traffic me? I mean, I know how you could do it with your child, but I don't know how you're going to do it with me. Bill Gates, you know, and all these big times, they're going to want to sharehold in this, and I don't think you're big enough to be involved in that. So, you know. But I guess you got your Tesla. It's pretty nice. It's pretty cool. Anyway. Let's see what kind of crime happened in LA today. Man, we have to be very specific. Okay. Crime and public safety. They don't even want to talk about it. A 85,000 sofa. Wow. A 58, not 85. A 58,000. Crazy. Is crime in LA going up? This is back in September 2025. Whoa. See that? But they won't save me. That's why they literally, you know, rescued somebody out in that desert, but not this autistic Jew, that's for sure. Anyway. Not even from its own monster that they claim. Well, you know, they claim they don't support. So, yeah. Netanyahu, you don't seem so bad now. I'm like, great. It's just awesome. Good. Steve Hilton for California governor. The biggest corrupt. Oh my gosh. The joke's just right itself. See, I told you they're literally just moving around children. Look, a ring case. Oh, wait, it's a poker ring. Whatever. You cannot make this up. You cannot make this up. Hey, wait, but why would you even want to support ICE either way if it's working for the top, you know, P word, but also gets rid of P words? Doesn't make it. See, it's not supposed to make sense. Oh, wait, never mind. It's because Mexico is our greatest ally. Like, unironically, it's in our Constitution. Yo, dude, look at the people don't even deserve it. Look at. In Long Beach, those are the first people who I freaking angered with this whole like trafficking ring, and I was like, why trans at the top, or like at least second place if it's not like the actual youth at the top? I was like, why? I was like, I think I understand. Yeah. So people were hiding a few things, man. Trump. Well, if you ever look up this news, it's a People's magazine cover, right? It has Eddie Murphy, and then Trump's right next to him. It has his shoes off, but this People's cover magazine, or the cover for the People's magazine, right? Cover. Also, get repeating one word every time, Donald Trump. But Eddie Murphy was next to him, and ironically, he was like kind of getting caught up with this whole like trafficking scandal that regarded like a trans girl, and then like at 5 o'clock in the morning he was trying to say he was gonna get newspaper like 2 o'clock, and then like I don't even know how long Diddy has been like running stuff, so you don't even know if this has anything to do with Diddy or not. I'll tell you, it just goes on and on. It's very interesting. I don't know what that means, man, but I didn't put it there. I did not put it there. I did not put that there, okay? So Diddy bribed hotel staff with $100,000 cash to bury Cassie's attack video. $100,000. I was like, so Carecord, I'll just use one example so that way you're not overwhelmed as an institution, okay? Right? So that way, you know, if there's any criminals that want to get away with whatever they want, they could just do it, you know? Just like it's always been. Just like it's always been, okay? Just like it's always been, you know? Dude, and Eddie Garcia, former security guard. And you know what's crazy? This guy was the biggest lion to Hispanic you could ask for. Like the biggest security guard you could ask for. Forget about any white, non-white, any African-American, non-African-American, any Asian, huge you could try to hire to protect you. Basically representing the entire Latin Hispanic community, which are mostly cartel that come into America. I'm sorry, but that's the immigration system. They're all criminals. They make the most amount of money and they know how to obey the law. I'm sorry, bro, but that's the reality of it. You already know it's the reality when they literally have to protect their workers, okay? They're not just tourists. They're not just green card holders. They're workers. They work here. Any kind of criminal stuff they need to do, they'll be able to do it. They're going to be able to do it. You would know they're going to be able to do it if Donald Trump's going to go after Iran before Mexico, and especially filter out, you know, the real criminals in, you know, America. So there you go. Sorry, not sorry, actually, because there's nothing to be sorry about. I was just being honest. So if you don't like it, Epstein me. There you go. So that way, you know, if you want to read it over, you can read it over. Pause the video at any moment, because I don't have to do it for Carecord. Never, definitely not. Here, we'll add another one, just in case the U.S. tries to say, yeah, you have no proof that nobody was unqualified to go to college. And I'm like, yeah, sure, man, sure. I'm like, sure, whatever you say, you know. Doesn't matter which president was in office. You let it happen, so sure. Also, get it? They would literally want it to happen because, you know, they want to be able to buy certain products that are small, sell certain products that are small, or let their products kind of... This is getting really, really dark very fast. But now you know how AI, you know, is going to tie into all this, and why the LGBTQ community is just as important as anybody else, and especially the trans community. Sorry, not sorry if you do seem like the problem, because I didn't do that to you. Nobody accepted me in anything. Not in Judaism, not in autism, not in any school, not in any employment, not in any kind of nothing. Not even in the LGBT community. So I am pretty Jewish, you know. I'm going to remain because I found what works for me. And that's what you're scared of, Carecord. There, it's all there. There's 2 examples. Okay? So nothing else to do there, I guess. Is there anything else to do? No, there's not. Yeah. I was like, oh man, dude. I was like, might as well let it all out, you know. So, Carecord, I hope you stay very safe, because I've never harmed a single person ever in my life, actually. So don't be trying to blame autism for your problems, just like the president that you don't support. And don't be trying to harass me and create another date unless you feel like it's really necessary for you. And if you keep institutionally trying to terrorize me or governmentally harass me, don't worry. You'll have a lawsuit coming your way, or at least an investigation, whether I'm here or especially anywhere else in the part of the world, because I'm not going anywhere. This is exactly where I was about to get taken out for putting the Epstein list out. And just a few weeks before Rob Reiner happened. So don't be telling me anything. You've put the actual people that really need care court in prison or in some psychiatric ward. Not me. So, whatever you want to do, care court. I know how to conduct myself, and just better leave me alone. Better leave me alone, because I know I'm protected under some kind of whistleblower law. And I know eventually Israel will protect me. I will be protected by Israel. I won't have to ask for it. They will eventually come. They will eventually come, and I don't have to be anybody that's in any high position. I don't have to work anywhere. I don't have to go to school. I don't have to do anything for the rest of my life. But you don't try to pull anti-Semitism on me again, because you know who does that? You know who does that? Donald Trump. If you don't want your 50 million from UCLA, I don't care, because I don't need your help for anything. Yep, that's right. I said, best believe I don't have to freaking, if I don't even hate my life, do you think I'm gonna harm somebody else? So stupid. So anyway, you know, if you don't want your money, I just said it. I don't need the United States government's help for anything. For nothing. You guys all criticize all these other people for everything else for your problems, and ironic enough, most of the time they all have autism, ironically. So very funny, very funny. But they did the same thing to Einstein. Best believe they really harmed that man. Yeah, because he was a little too smart for his own good. Happened to be Jewish too, so stop playing with me, please. So dumb, man. So anyway, care court, you're very incompetent as far as your affairs with me. You're just as corrupt as any politician regarding Los Angeles. And as far as I know, Judge, I'm not going to say his name, so that way, you know, he doesn't try to get one over me at all for nothing. Okay? If you want to incriminate me for anything, just go ahead and do it. I've already put out so much of the Epstein list. I'll be totally happy anywhere that I'm imprisoned. Especially, I won't have to be out in the public where I'll actually be harmed by the cartel. You know, the same cartel that works for your corporations. That's right, Amazon. I know you're on the Epstein list, so don't be talking about nothing, okay? By the way, Amazon works for Whole Foods, but that's why they have so many security cameras in their stupid freaking... they're not stupid. They're a good market, but of course they're going to discriminate. Nobody nice or good could have anything nice or good, okay? That's it. That's all America is about, okay? That's it. Okay, so that way you can't point fingers at any other country. Don't be pointing fingers at Mexico or China or Israel this time, because you can't. There. Now you have nobody to blame but yourself, and all you're going to work for and going to school for is to make sure that the elites don't just have all the money they want, but all the product that they could buy. And by product, I mean human beings, like, you know, trafficking. There. Already proved it all, you know? Just to the point where the whole parking lot emptied out, but nobody really knows that, so I don't really care. You think I have to notice stuff for people? I have to be aware for people? Oh, man. And care court? Because I already know LA's smart. Like, obviously they spy on my phone. I mean, I've already kind of proven that plenty of times, and I'll be able to prove it at the end of the video. That's why, like, the police are always, like, you know, on time wherever I am. Like, they know, you know, if my data is gonna be, like, gone. Which ironic, because my mom turned off my mobile service, but she wants me to stay safe. Keep this in mind. Turns off my mobile service, but wants me to stay safe, but also took all the education and all the unemployment opportunity that she can from me. So that way I'm not able to do nothing. I am Palestine. So if you don't want to call me Jewish anymore, hey, I'll stay Jewish. So you don't want to call me Jewish anymore, I don't really care. You want to call me Palestinian just because I'm Mexican and I have, you know, brown skin, you go ahead, but it's not gonna change anything. So that's all America is. It just makes fun of you because it knows it's wrong, and it's also evil. And, you know, once they get caught up, they're just mad because the people that actually are good and, you know, just mind their own business and, you know, actually try to elevate their own lives instead of actually trying to exploit other people's lives, can't have anything good, you know. So yeah, care court, really need to leave me alone, or you're gonna be in some type of investigation, you're gonna be in some kind of lawsuit, and eventually care court's not gonna exist anymore. And judge, you'll still keep your position at whatever courthouse you're at, and whatever judge I have to face, especially with the whistleblower information that I have now. Now, how is anybody going to be like, well, why shouldn't we protect this kid? Why shouldn't we protect, you know, this autistic kid? Why? I'm not even a kid. I'm literally 26 years old. Why shouldn't we protect him? Why shouldn't we protect this autistic? Why shouldn't we protect this Jew? Why shouldn't we protect, you know, this America? This America. Not even American. This kind of America. Why should we? So there you go. And that's the only reason why they want to, you know, medically oversight me. That's the only reason why they want to enforce any kind of psychiatric medication on me. And that's the reason why I literally had a radiation level of that magnitude. Yeah, real medical malpractice in a United States hospital. And I took it. I Jewish journaled that thing, dude. And you can't do nothing because I know I'm protected under some kind of whistleblower law. I don't have to know the law. I don't have to know the law to know my rights. And if I am, for any reason, breaking the law, I think most people are going to understand how much, you know, maybe not just people in power, but even our neighbors are breaking the law, and there's going to be unrest, and it's not going to be my responsibility. Don't be blaming autism for your problems, America, because that's what Trump does. And you know what? If you do that one more time, Los Angeles, you basically have Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton running your entire unincorporated and incorporated Los Angeles County, because they're still out there and there's still free people, and that's after they released all these gates. All these gates, all these scandals. One that you participated in, Los Angeles, with proof. And with suspicion, if not any proof. $100,000 to take a security cam footage, and boom, he got away scot-free. He's doing fine in jail. Forget about Diddy. What about El Chapo? Hey, what about Elon Musk? What about Bill Gates? I don't know. What about them? I don't know anything about them. They're on my phone last time I checked. Did I not check? Oh, AI. They're satellites. Sorry. I lost track of everything. I'm sorry. I don't know what you're talking about. Elon Musk. Satellites? Do you even know what FTS means? Diddy was on that. Oh, AI and satellites again. Sorry, I miscommunicated. I don't know what FTS means. I'm sorry. I don't know what that means. I'm sorry about that. I don't know what that means. You're probably talking about a conspiracy theory, you know? I'm sorry about that. Hey, by the way, there's a satellite launch earlier, but I don't even remember what I just talked about. I'm just kidding. I do remember everything that I talked about right now. Also, Providence Medical Center, UCLA, and some other hospitals have done horrific stuff to me, but maybe we'll talk about it in another video. Of course, if Los Angeles and unincorporated Los Angeles County gets me, especially, you know, with those stupid court systems. Enjoy fake spotting me now on food. Yeah, that's why your spokesperson's done for. You know? By spokesperson, I mean, that was a really crude joke. Okay, I'm sorry. That was a very crude joke. All respects to Rob Reiner and his family. I only said spokesperson because you're Brentwood and everybody knows that you're on the Epstein list. Nobody has to know who your actual name is. You're all involved. Everybody goes to 9 to 5. They know that they're participating in it. Nobody's going to unsee it. God bless.